안녕하십니까? 안녕하십니까?
Hello everyone, welcome back to Jikook Diaries channel. The title, Adorable Embarrassing Moment. Jungkook tries to stop spoilers, but netizens already know. Perfectly captures a small moment that felt so big in the hearts of fans. Jungkook once again showed his most adorable, innocent, and honest side when he accidentally almost leaked something that should have been kept a secret. This moment was not only hilarious, but also showed how sincere Jungkook is as an artist who always wants to give the best surprises for ARMY, even though sometimes it's his own reaction that gets the spotlight. When Jungkook realized he almost gave a spoiler, his facial expression immediately changed. It was a mix of shock, embarrassment, panic, and amusement. His hand reflexively covered his mouth, his eyes widened, and then he chuckled as if realizing that everything had already happened. This reaction made many fans feel even closer to him, because it didn't feel fake. It all felt natural, like the reaction of someone who realizes they've said something they shouldn't have. What made this moment even more adorable was Jungkook's quick attempt to remedy the situation. He tried to deflect the conversation, changed the topic, and even laughed, saying, No, it's nothing." However, it was precisely those efforts that made the situation even more hilarious. Netizens quickly picked up on the signal that something was being hidden, and of course, the internet never misses even the smallest detail. Within minutes, theories, speculation, and clips were circulating across various platforms. ARMYs are all too familiar with Jungkook spoilers. He's known for being the member who can't hide his enthusiasm the most. Whenever there's a new project, album, concept, or big plan, Jungkook always seems to want to share it early. Not because he wants to break the rules, but because his excitement is so overwhelming that it's hard to contain. This actually makes fans feel like Jungkook is very sincere and genuinely enjoying every step of his journey with BTS. Netizens, on the other hand, are known for being very observant. Even before Jungkook could let it slip, many fans had already sensed the signs. From schedule changes, seemingly different social media posts, to even small details like the members' speech patterns or moods, everything was meticulously analyzed. So when Jungkook tried to stop himself from giving a spoiler, most fans felt, "We already knew, but thank you for your super cute reaction anyway." There's a special charm when a global superstar like Jungkook appears awkward and embarrassed over something trivial. On stage, he's a charismatic, confident performer with a star-studded aura. But in moments like this, he reverts to his innocent Jungkook, nervous when he almost reveals a secret, laughing when he realizes he's been too honest. This contrast is what makes many people fall in love with him even more. Netizens' reactions were divided between laughter, exasperation, and pride. Many said that moments like these are the reason they remain loyal ARMYs. Not just because of BTS's music or achievements, but because of the members' incredibly human personalities. Jungkook doesn't try to be perfect all the time. He allowed himself to be awkward, shy, and spontaneous, and that's precisely where his charm grew stronger. Many fans also linked this moment to Jungkook's dynamic with the other members, especially Jimin. Many fans noticed how Jungkook often became more nervous around Jimin, as if he wanted to appear calm but instead became more easily read. In these almost spoiler moments, some fans even joked that Jungkook looked like someone who had just been caught keeping a sweet secret. Jokes like this certainly added color to the fan community, making the atmosphere more lively and warm. Interestingly, Jungkook had actually been in similar situations several times in the past. Every time he nearly spilled something, his reaction was always more or less the same. There was a chuckle, an embarrassed expression, an attempt to correct himself, and a clear sense of too late on his face. Fans seemed to have memorized this pattern. Even before Jungkook actually said anything, many were already prepared, waiting for the moment when he would realize his mistake. Adorable, embarrassing moments like this also showed how much responsibility Jungkook felt. He knows that every word that comes out of his mouth can have a big impact. He is aware that millions of people are listening to him and he was paying attention. That's why, When he nearly gave a spoiler, his reaction wasn't casual, but rather a small, honest panic. He didn't take it lightly, because for him, keeping things a surprise for fans was a sign of respect and love.
막 보내면서 이런 거 어때요? 이런 거 어때요?
스케치 4개 정도 해가지고 회사에 보냈는데 이제 그거가 회사에서 좀 디벨롭을 많이 시켜줘서
손캠프 할 때 정국이가
Netizens who already knew weren't disappointed. In fact, they enjoyed the process. Knowing a little bit of a spoiler, then watching Jungkook try to stop it was entertaining in itself. It was a kind of little game between idol and fan, where both sides understood each other without needing many words. Fans knew Jungkook didn't mean to spoil it. Jungkook knew fans were already good at guessing, and everything continued in a laugh-filled atmosphere. This moment also demonstrated the strong emotional bond between Jungkook and ARMY. Theirs wasn't just idol and fan, but like an extended family that understood each other's personalities. Fans knew Jungkook got excited easily. Jungkook knew fans were always waiting with anticipation. When a small mistake happened, there was no anger, only laughter and a sense of excitement that further strengthened the bond. In an entertainment world that often feels highly controlled and scripted, spontaneous moments like this felt incredibly precious. Jungkook wasn't acting. He was simply being himself. He reacted as any normal human being would when they realized they'd said something they should have kept secret. The honesty of his emotions made the moment feel alive and authentic. Many fans say that it's precisely these embarrassing moments that they remember most. Not because they're big or spectacular, but because they feel intimate and real. Jungkook isn't just a star on stage, but also someone who can make mistakes, get embarrassed, and laugh at himself. This narrows the distance between idol and fan. The title, Adorable Embarrassing Moment, is very apartment, because Jungkook's embarrassment never feels awkward or negative. Instead, it feels warm, funny, and full of charm. There's sincerity there, there's innocence, and there's love he wants to convey to fans in the best way possible, even if sometimes his methods are a little bit leaky. Meanwhile, but netizens already know. Reaction adds the perfect touch of humor, because ultimately, fans are used to being little detectives. They pay attention to every detail, piece together every clue, and build theories with gusto. So when Jungkook tried to cover his mouth, fans smiled, as if to say, "We know you're trying," and that's what makes it even cuter. This moment served as a reminder that the relationship between BTS and ARMY is built on small things like this. Not just from grand concerts or global achievements, but from small laughs, shyness, and honest expressions that emerge unplanned. Jungkook, in all his innocence, once again managed to create a sweet memory that will be talked about for years to come. Ultimately, what made this moment so special wasn't the spoiler, but Jungkook's reaction itself. The way he was surprised, the way he laughed, the way he tried to correct himself all felt so human. Fans saw not just an idol, but a Jungkook full of emotion, honesty, and love for the people who always support him. And perhaps that's where Jungkook's greatest strength lies. He doesn't need to do anything big to make people smile. With just one shy expression, one small laugh, and one innocent attempt to stop a spoiler, he managed to create a moment that will be remembered as one of the most adorable and embarrassing moments filled with love. If you also felt adorable, laughed, and smiled at Jungkook's reaction, don't forget to hit the like button to show your support. Share this video with fellow ARMYs so they can feel the warmth of this moment too. And of course, subscribe to this channel so you don't miss out on sweet stories, funny moments, and often overlooked little details about Jungkook and BTS. Thank you for watching until the end. Keep supporting BTS, keep loving us as ARMYs, and see you in the next video with even more adorable, touching, and definitely surprising moments.